Hi everybody, I'm Jocelyn. Welcome to my Arrow reaction and review show. Okay, so I do know the big news is that Stephen Amell and the producers of Arrow has said, I'm going to share my opinions and my thoughts about that as far as Arrow ending next season. We got I had a lot of feelings about that, and it's just bittersweet. Okay, but I don't want to do that right now because we gotta focus, right? We gotta focus. So tonight we are going to watch Arrow. What are we gonna watch? Okay. It's too bad. Okay, tonight we are going to watch Arrow. Season 7, episode 15 is called Training Day.
Becoming part of the SCPD is a great responsibility.
This is so weird.
The whole city will be watching you, holding you to the highest standard. And now that you're working with us, you need to learn how we do things. We have rules, protocol, and abiding by them is critical. The use of excessive force will not be tolerated. Your objective is to defuse a situation, not escalate.
Oh, too much.
Firearms should only be used as a last resort. Do not discharge your weapon unless you are fired upon or your life is in danger. All evidence against the suspect must be gathered within the parameters of the law. Any evidence obtained not in that manner will be deemed inadmissible.
Oh, God.
In tactical situations, avoid suspect-based decisions. This only leads to chaos and confusion. And above all, follow the orders of the commanding officer on site. Wearing the uniform of an SCPD officer is an honor. It isn't just a uniform, it's a symbol of the law, of justice, of transparency.
Thank you, Sergeant Bingsley. Any questions? Renee.
He does know we have our own uniforms, right?
Stick from the 80s. It's the only thing that'll let us listen to the message Felicity left for us.
Right. I'm gonna talk to my contacts. Look, I know these people. They're low-life criminals like me. Just stay here and don't do anything.
That's what. That's what they told Barry in The Flash. That's what Rock told Barry at The Flash.
Bingo.
Don't touch anything, she said.
Something catch your eye?
Yeah.
How much for this piece of junk?
How much for this piece of junk?
The best micro-cassette player. It's incredibly rare. I'll give it to you cheap. For 1,000.
Cheap? Look, you and I both know that no one else is interested in this.
Except you, it seems. 700.
400.
6.
5. Final offer.
Antique
Have a
Roadshow. Oh, ninth circle. Yeah, so with this new group, do you think there's the ninth circle? I mean, what I read is that Dante, who we were introduced last week, so he is the head. Supposedly he is the new leader of the League of Assassins. Ooh. I'm really hoping that is the case. I mean, why else do you think he had those moves? You know, he had moves like Jagger. But I really think that's the case. Is this going to be the final villain that we're going to have to deal with for the end of Arrow? I don't know. I hope they're as compelling. I mean, I think it would be really cool if the final villain that they're dealing with is the League of Assassins. That would be really, really cool. Bring back Malcolm Merlyn. You think maybe, hopefully, huh? So that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, I think it's a riot to have our Team Arrow in the police station going through this training. I mean, you could see Felicity. She's like dying, like, it's like, oh God, I already know this, but it's just, oh, I could tell it's torture. It's torture because they are well advanced. I just think that part was just amusing. So let's talk about Will and Mia. So it's just funny. She said, don't touch anything. But sure enough, he was able to find that tape recorder. So I think we're going to get some information. I hope tonight we get some really good meat, because I'd like to see how the story progresses.
Fine, I'll be right there.
So it wasn't her. It was not her. It was Dante. He's burned.
Visitors aren't typically allowed entry in this hellbox.
Oh no, that's Tiger.
So tell me, what exactly am I doing here?
Ricardo Diaz is dead.
Why hasn't this been reported yet?
Well, you of all people know slab sides under some major scrutiny, so they're trying to cover it up, saying he was shivved by another inmate. But that's a lie.
Then you know the truth.
Better. I know who killed him.
Oh, I get it. You have demands.
Oliver made me a promise before he left here. He said he'd give me my freedom. Where is it? Then I want to see my son. And not through a wall of glass. I want him here. With me.
What?
Do that, and then we'll talk.
I'll get the supplier. You guys beat that case.
Blow up the case. Idiot.
We're using the poison bullet. Fall back, all units, fall back.
Oh.
Did you not listen to anything I said in training? Following protocol is not optional.
Your protocols are flawed. That's not the problem.
The problem is your refusal to participate in our system.
We don't need a lecture on how to handle ourselves on the field. Clearly there was a miscommunication.
Is that what you call it? I call it a disaster. Okay, we just need to simmer down. Because of you, we have no evidence. Without the evidence, we'll be lucky to put them away for a year. How we do things matters. Then you're doing things the wrong way.
Good.
Are you putting this on us?
Yes.
Sending 2 teams into the field was a mistake. You listened to me and let us do things our way.
This is our way now, Oliver. And I'm sorry, but we're all gonna just have to get used to that.
Excuse me.
Oh. I'm with Oliver. Oh. So I'm really happy that we get to see Bronze Tiger, and yeah, Oliver said that he's gonna do whatever he can to help him get out. So, and since he's from the inside, I think we could take his information, to heart, because yeah, he is trying to redeem himself. And who is his son? Who is his son? So we are going to learn about that. Interesting. I'm already thinking, you know what I mean? And then also, with Mia, I also want to bring back up, with Mia in that flash forward, like she was about ready just to kick ass, but then it seems like everyone who knows her, maybe because they know who her parents are, I guess, or who Felicity is, they just need to make one call and she goes straight to the PD. Again, what is going on with that? I definitely am on Oliver's side with him saying, you know what, I was glad he said that to the captain or whoever was in charge, sergeant or something, and just say, your way is the wrong way. So I really, really like that because, it's also, I think it's also about ego is what I'm getting a sense of. It's like, just because they wear the badge, they got the ego and their way the right way when they're not succeeding. That's why you had the vigilantes do much more because they were just doing their thing. So, and last but not least, you know what? So Dinah is not being able to use her canary cry. We saw a little bit of that from that last clip from beforehand. She only went, ah, and then that was it. So I think that's also on her mind as far as the different things she's thinking about. She's not able to use this voice. So I think we're starting to see just the end of the Black Canary, at least from her end, and we've still got Laurel, right? So, all right. I'm happy that I talked about that. Oh.
Go on.
Is that Connor? is that Connor?
Connor.
Yeah, I was right!
Come here, my little hawk.
I knew it!
I miss you so much, little man. Thank you. Go take a seat on the bed. Dad owes Miss Lance a chat. I don't know what to say.
Tell me to
I'm a woman of my word.
And I'm a man of mine. The night Diaz died, I was serving another stint in solitary. The guard forgot to close the meal slot after delivering dinner. So when I heard yelling, I got up to get a better look. The killer walked right by my cell, wearing green leather. But it wasn't Oliver Queen. Whoever's been running around dressed up as a Green Arrow, that's your murderer. They killed Diaz.
Oh.
You really fixed this place up?
I thought we made it once the whole team got sanctioned.
Oh, it's good to be back. So good to be back. How long till we're up and running?
Just a couple minutes. I can't believe that confession comes as this.
Hey. I have a feeling I'll find you two here. So, I take it you are going after Midas. But you're giving up on this partnership before you're really giving it a chance, as if you're up against a clock I don't know about. So what don't I know about?
Oh, original Team Arrow. OTA.
Brad, baby.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little early. We're not telling anybody.
That's amazing. This is wonderful. It would also explain a hell of a lot.
We don't want a child born into a city like this. Our mission is not complete.
So we're gonna go about this the only way that we know how, without politicians and without a precinct. We're going to do this the Team Arrow way.
Okay, and that would work for a while. And then I have to say we'll be right back to where we started, Oliver. Without a team, you in prison, us on the run, and a city no closer to being saved than where we started.
Our partnership with the Force is not working.
Then let's find a way to make it work. Compromise. Do whatever you have to do, because if you want a new future for this baby of yours, it won't come by doing the same thing we used to do. We have to be something else.
You should let me take him. And the cops. I can handle a couple poorly trained goons who don't know their right from their left. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing.
Spit it out.
I just half expected you to shout, "Felix, you have failed this city."
Well, that's a dumb thing to say.
That's what our dad used to say.
Oh.
You reminded me of him back there.
We want to do things the right way this time. That means doing a few things differently.
What'd you have in mind?
First things first, suit up.
Yeah! Okay. You know, with Arrow ending, it's like, oh, and I had a strong feeling when Bronze Tiger, he was talking about his son. And that's why I was like, is that Connor? Because he's the adopted son, right? Hey, so I was like, yes. Oh, so awesome. And look at his age. Okay, so he's definitely older than how old do you think he is there? He's got to be like 7 years old or 8 years old. No, it can't be 7. I think maybe 6. You think? But ooh, okay, I love that. I mean, you know, from now to the end, they gotta keep pulling in like different information because we gotta tie it all up together. I mean, I would hate for Arrow to end with all these loose, you know, these loose things. Like, wait, whatever happened? It's like that would just make me really like, that sucks. But this is good. Now, I think I'm right, that it was Dante, because we found that Dante was already hooked up with, not really hooked up, but he was already in communications with Miko. And he said to Miko last time, she's like, you know, it's time for you to come home. I think she's part of the new League of Assassins. That's what I'm thinking, because she can just come in now. She's like a ninja. I mean, look at them. They are so trained. So that was pretty dang cool. That was really dang cool. So when he saw did he really see Miko, or did he see just the suit and assumed it was Oliver? Don't know. But again, that was really cool information. I wonder what Laurel's going to do with it. Is Laurel going to then reveal it to... She's got to reveal it. She's got to reveal it to Oliver. But that is so dang cool. So, I want to see that confrontation. Like saying, what is up with you, sister? Right? And with, I'm glad that Oliver and Felicity, because they're old Team Arrow, you know, they started together. So I'm glad that they told Diggle that they're expecting a baby. That was awesome. And it can also explain that he kept it a secret this whole time. Love it. Love it. So, okay, I'm on to it. Not so much, and like I said, I don't think this partnership's gonna work, but they're gonna make it work anyways. They're gonna do things differently, I suppose. So let's just keep going. But I'm liking this episode. But again, I'm thinking not in terms of like what's happening right here in like who they're trying to get as far as Midas. I'm more excited of like getting the pieces from the other stories and just connecting it to what's going to happen in the timeline. That's what I'm into. Nice. I miss this.
You have the right to remain silent.
Now.
I miss her like this.
Get me out of here and I'll dump the cellars.
Done with these sellers. Oh, here comes Oliver.
Bad news, guys. Midas is about 2 minutes away from being a free man.
Ooh.
Stop him. You go, I'll secure the evidence.
Come on now. He's Argus. He's Team Arrow. He's got a lot on his resume. Ah! Seriously? Seriously?
Taking heavy fire. We're cornered.
Ooh!
Man, I really miss our toys.
Ha! They're gone?
Chemicals are secured. Where's Midas?
Nice. Go on, D.
James Midas, you are under arrest.
Not tonight. You think this is gonna work out better than last time? Because now I'll have your badge and your costume.
Nice.
I don't think so.
Thanks to all those chemicals we just confiscated. You're going away for a long time.
Like I said, you're under arrest. Mr. 2, thank you for reminding me of that.
Wait, why do I get the feeling the Canary flight was a one-night only kind of thing?
I'll be back in the field. Just without my cry. When my nerve was ruptured, it created lasting damage.
I'm sorry, Dinah. Well, Dinah, cry or no cry, you are the Black Canary. You proved that tonight.
Thank you. You know what else we did tonight? We forced Pollard's hand. I leveraged her relationship with Midas to convince her to sign off on creating a special vigilante task force. We're still sanctioned by the SCPD, but we're operating as our own unit at the bunker in our suits.
And the anti-vigilante law?
It's on her desk for appeal. She's gonna sign it.
So we're like the black ops for the SCPD now?
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm just glad we're all back. It feels right.
Second that. It's nice to be part of the team again.
And be here. Bunker. The sweet bunker.
Did you guys feel like hitting up the sweet bar?
You guys go ahead. I ate something. It's not gonna be 12 taco.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back too, guys.
Okay. Amiko Adachi. Your mother was killed a year ago. Your father is Robert Queen. And for the last 7 months, you've been running around the city dressed like your brother. And you've also managed to endear yourself to Oliver and his team. I also know that you were at Slabside the night that Ricardo Diaz burned to death.
What's your point?
That you're lying about who you really are. You're not a hero. And I wonder how Oliver and his team will feel when they find out that their new vigilante friend murdered Diaz in cold blood. I'm guessing family dinners are going to be a little bit more awkward.
And, what makes you think they will believe a word you say? Black Siren.
Ron.
I was brainstorming baby names today.
Really? Any farmers?
For a boy, I've always liked Lucas.
Yeah. Lucas. It's good. I may have thought of a name for a girl.
Yeah?
Mia.
Short for Moira. Sweet and fiery. I love it.
How do you do this?
Maybe I should do it.
It's not as easy as it.
Just give it to me.
This is some like feelings thing, isn't it?
Well, I haven't heard Felicity's voice in almost 2 decades, so yeah, it is.
Look, whatever she says on there, it's clear she wanted both of us to hear it. Together. Alright, let's just get this over with.
William and Mia. Oh, you know, this is the first time I've ever said your names together. 20 years and I avoided ever saying your names in the same sentence. Feels like the work of a paranoid, overprotective mother, because we really do turn into our parents. I'm rambling, sorry. Not just for the rambling, for everything, but mostly for keeping the two of you apart. I'm not asking for your forgiveness, but just know your father and I did it to protect you. We did it because we love you. Now that you found each other, I just have one request. Give these coordinates to the team. 47.6119 north, 122.3301 west. And then get the hell out of Star City, and whatever you do, don't come looking for me.
So we're ignoring her.
Definitely.
I know where these lead. That's where.
The mansion? What's that?
We're going over the wall. To the glades.
Oh. I just want to cry. I just, oh my God. Why do I want to cry? There's several parts. Okay, first of all, I mean, that really got you. I got the feels. Okay, I got the feels. When William and Mia, they're together, you know, and they're gonna hear their stepmother voice for the first time, that, you know, they're bonding, okay? William and Mia, they're bonding. And I can't help it. I'm just like, I'm all about family. Oh, man. So for them to actually come together and they're going to listen to it, and you could see their face. And I mean, I felt it too. When you hear Felicity's voice and, you know, her quirky personality is still intact. And, you know, she says she's sorry and she apologized, and then she's sorry that, you know, she kept them apart. And it looks like with their world being at the Vigilante and the Arrow, and I guess putting them together, that their lives would be so much in danger and that they would be targeted. So I'm really excited. I mean, I saw the spoilers for next week, and we're gonna get some backstory about how Mia was born. I'm telling you, I'm ready. Okay, I gotta pull it together. I gotta just pull it together. But this is awesome. Completely awesome. Okay, let's go. Oh, and also let's go to, well, before I go there, I want to go back to Team Arrow. Yes. So they're in the bunker. Okay, so I'm glad, you know, it's like, yeah, why the hell put them in the PD? They're now a black ops of the PD, which I thought was really cool. And I think I even predicted that a while ago. Like, yeah, you know, they are the black ops for the PD. And they've got their own task force. They get to meet in the bunker with their own uniform. Yeah, that's so awesome. And it's so cool to see them fight again. I mean, it just feels like home, right? It felt like, you know, we're home. And they felt like they're home. After all this team has been through, again, it's like, it's gonna end, but after all they've been through, now they're on this side of the law. You know, they get to now be in their own place. Everything's right with their own timeline. So it's nice. It's nice. And you know, and Dinah just straight up said, you know, I lost my voice. But look at her skills. I mean, she was just more, it wasn't just her voice. I mean, yeah, with her canary cry, but I mean, she had those skills. I mean, she could fight, and I miss that. So I love to see her in that outfit. I love to see her with her bow staff again. That was awesome. And, you know, all that fight scene, I miss that. I really do miss that. Okay, what I want to talk about is Amiko. So that was pretty clever, and that was also pretty ballsy that Laurel straight up just called her out on it. And she's like, who's going to believe you, Black Siren? Ooh, but I'm thinking, you know what? Bring up the Bronze Tiger, because I don't think she realized who she spoke with. So, again, this is going to be so interesting. If this is how they're going to end it with this type of enemy, Amiko. So Amiko's not even the real, again, I think, is that really her name? Is that really her name? But she's part of League of Assassins. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, this is really cool. And then what happened to Thea? What happened to Thea? I don't know. Okay. So I think those were pretty much the highlights for Arrow for me. Again, this is so cool to see the next generation coming, to see Connor Hawke. If name's Connor Hawke, what is Bronze Tiger's real name then? Well, you know, it's got to be something Hawke. What is his first name? Does anyone know? That is so cool. Okay, so I'm just like really nerding out about this episode. I thought it was really, really cool. Okay, so that's my review. All right. Now, like I had mentioned, you know, it is bittersweet. It's bittersweet knowing that Arrow's gonna end. And when I first started, it's like, oh, you know, and I have to think there was like 4 people who sent me the link telling me that Arrow was ending, like Stephen Amell, that he had that announcement. I actually saw his Instagram or his video where he's just talking about, you know, who he's thinking. And it's just like, you know, to be honest with you, I didn't start watching Arrow until like maybe 2-3 years ago. Okay? That's how far behind I am. And it was because my fellow podcaster, Lou P, hey, you know, he said, you know, if we're going to start a podcast, and I don't know if you already know that, but I do have a podcast called Everyday Nerd Podcast. And he says to me, you know, if we're going to do a podcast on Arrow, on the Arrowverse, don't you think you ought to start watching Arrow? Because it was the one that first started it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So it was the summer when I went on vacation or something, and it was the summer. And I just binged watch Arrow for, I think, a month or less than a month. I was hooked. So I'm kind of sad that it's like, wait, I just got started. I just joined the party and now it's going to be ending. That sucks. But, I mean, thank God for YouTube, you know, and I think I bought a couple of the seasons, so it's like I'll be rewatching. But again, it's like, wait, I just joined the party. So, that's just my thoughts with that. And then with all the goodbyes, you know, with Emily Bett saying goodbye and Diggle. Now, my question is, do you think with Green Arrow, and how they tease Diggle to be Green Lantern, right, from the Earth, do you think it's possible? You think it's possible that they might go like a spin-off Green Arrow to Green Lantern? I would like that. I would like to see, you know, I would like to see John Diggle like have a spin-off. And I would like to see, you know, everybody else. It could be, you know, Renee, or it could be some of them like just being crossed over or working in like different parts of the Arrowverse. Because I mean, with the end of Crisis, you know, they're probably gonna like cut some of the shows and then make Flash and then add Batwoman, and they still want to make a Superman kind of you know, show with that. So what do you think? Green Lantern? I'd be cool with that. All right, everybody, I am going to now give a shout out and a thank you to those people who left comments. All right, so I don't have my glasses, so I'm gonna do best I can. Okay, so hello and what's up and nice to meet you to Ricardo Dos Reyes Schmidt. LWC Drawings and Basketball. I know you were like, Diaz on fire. Brandon Bryce, Orestes Mon Dingy, Dirk Gently, Top Gig. Yo, Top Gig. Michael Maxey, Ben Levine, Ichicinco and Blue, Boy Scout 42. You're new, so nice to meet you. Welcome to my show. All right, everybody, I think that's it. Just so you know, if you haven't known already, I do have a podcast. We're called the Everyday Nerd Podcast. We did a Captain Marvel movie review. I'm going to be working on the video, so just make sure you subscribe because I'd love for you to listen and to watch our podcast. I thought we did really good. We were my friend Loopy and I, we were very thorough. We were very thorough with our Captain Marvel review, as well as a mid-credit Avenger prediction, for the Endgame. We were very thorough. So I think you might feel entertained, and I think you might, enjoy our discussion. So just take a look out for that. I'm going to be working on it this week. All right, everybody, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Watch Jocelyn RP channel.